I am here with Dean Rankine. Dean, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, yeah.
So you have done this and all these for Simpsons comics. How long have you been working there for?
I've been doing work for Simpsons comics for about 2 years. Before that it was about 20 years of drawing comics, and I managed to get a bit of a gig doing some freelance work for Simpsons comics.
How did you get that gig?
I was doing some, I think I'm meaning a hair. I was doing some work for, those kids magazines that you get at the supermarkets, like Mania and those kind of things. And they're like, and
I've got some of those.
Yeah, and the work kind of dried up for me, Went to the local supermarket and thought, well, what was there? And it was kind of wall-to-wall Simpsons. So I bought one, was flicking through it, and it all looked, pretty good. But there was one page that I thought, that's not that great. I could just about do that. And so that sort of inspired me to start sending some stuff off to them. And I think about the third story I sent through, they started using my work. So so what I do, mainly backup stories, and so I write the stories, pencil, ink and colour them.
And is it all hand-drawn?
I guess it's all hand-drawn, but I use Photoshop. So it's I pencil just on paper, then I scan it in and ink it in Photoshop. I have one of those Wacom Syntac tablets, and then I colour it in Photoshop. So it's kind of hand-drawn, but the colouring's all digital.
And who is your favourite Simpsons character to draw?
Milhouse, I think, has been pretty fun. I also recently did a Sideshow Bob story, so he's kind of fun to draw as well. I don't like drawing characters when their eyes are together, like all the main Simpsons characters. I struggle with those still, but I'm getting a little bit better.
Have you met any of the people that have worked on The Simpsons, like Matt Groening or any of the voiceover artists?
The only person I've met is Yardley Smith, and she was at a previous Armageddon in Hamilton and Wellington, so I got to meet her then. While I'm plugging, the reason I'm here at Armageddon in Auckland is because of Arkham City Comics, so they sponsored me to come over.
And they're a really cool shop, a really cool comic shop.
Very cool comic shop, yeah, I really recommend them.
Have you been there?
Yes, yeah, I did an install there the other day. It's great. It's not huge, but the guys there are a lot of fun, and they look after people.
Now, what are your personal favourite comics?
At the moment, I'm reading some of the New 52 comics. I really like Suicide Squad. I like Batgirl by Gail Simone, and I'm just reading her Red Sonja as well. Also the Batman 66. They're a lot of fun. I read those to my son, so they're probably my favourites. I read Marvel as well, but just whatever, a bit eclectic.
Do you have a big comic book collection?
It's not massive. Where I used to live when I was younger, there was no comic book shop, and even now where I live, there's no comic book shop nearby. So it was mainly just like comics from the newsagents, and now I read a lot of comics digitally because it's just easier.
So do you think, because everything is going digital, do you think hand-drawn comics will be forgotten and then everyone's going to draw on computers and stuff?
Not necessarily. I think a lot of it depends on the artist and what they like to do. If you want to pan your camera over to Mikhail, who's drawing right there, he does some beautiful work with brush pen. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful zombie, and I think he'd be very hesitant to go all digital. But I don't like to ink very much. It's not one of my favourite parts of the job, and if I can do it and I can do it faster, and it can, if I mess up a line, it doesn't matter because I can redo it. That's kind of cool. So it really depends. Also, I think for a comic artist, if they can sell their pages down the track, that's kind of important. So I think a lot of comic artists will keep doing ink on paper so they can sell them.
Roughly how many Simpson comics have you been drawing in?
I think it's 14, 15. So it's, once every couple of months I might do a couple of pages.
Do you know what issues they are? Do you know the names?
No. Look, I know a number of Bart Simpson comics. I was certainly in Simpsons comics issue 200. Bart Simpson's Pal Millhouse #1, the Malevolent Mr. Burns one-shot #1, the Free for All 2013, and I can't remember the rest. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I'm on Comics Vine. All my details are on that with the issues that I've worked in.
And you're quite famous for drawing heads in the jar, like from Futurama. Yeah. How did that come about that you do that?
I've done some work for Futurama comics, but not a lot. And I think one of the first conventions I was at since starting to draw The Simpsons, someone asked me to do like their friend's head in a jar, and I just started doing it from there. And it's really popular. People really like it.
Who are some of your heroes that, like artist heroes that do comics?
Sergio Aragonis from Mad Magazine, I think is a big inspiration. Matt Groening, who created The Simpsons, is a big inspiration to me. I can't think of anyone else at the moment, but I'm also sort of heavily influenced by animated cartoons. Have always been, like since a kid. I watched way too many cartoons as a child, and now I'm inspired by cartoons like South Park, The Simpsons, Super Jail. Have you seen that? It's awesome. Aqua Teen, Hunger Force, those kind of things inspire me, you know.
Now, what do you think of animation art? Do you think that's quite good as well? Because lots of people who collect comics also collect animation art.
Yes, the cells, yeah. I've got a couple and I think they're fantastic. Yeah.
What do you have?
I have a Dilbert and I have a Real Ghostbusters.
Wow.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind just some Ren and Stimpy would be great. I'd like to get Ren and Stimpy, maybe Beavis and the Butthead. So they're the ones I'm looking forward to. As far as collecting things, I like to collect anti-drug propaganda comics. I don't, you know, they it's like Teen Titans did one. Captain America did one where he's breaking down the word drugs with his shield. Those kind of things, I find them just cheesy and fun all at the same time. You know?
Awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for the interview.
Cheers. Good to see you. Thank you.